We're going to turn our attention now to the international newspapers with Nick Rushworth. Hello there, Nick.
Hi to you, Catherine.
And you're focusing on how the international papers are reporting on the local elections that have just taken place here in France.
Well, it's just the first round, but we're already saying a historic success for the far-right National Front and, well, what? Despair for the ruling socialists. Let's go straight away to the Wall Street Journal. The European edition is saying that the winner is indeed Marine Le Pen. There you can see the headline, France tilts right. Now, what we've seen, since the 80s with her father, Jean-Marie Le Pen, is them doing well nationally, but never at the local level. Here, have we got a breakthrough at the local level? The press seems to be saying so.
OK, yeah, and other major papers focusing on this as well?
Well, I turn to the German press, Der Spiegel notably. It has a picture of Marine Le Pen with her first mayor of this vote, Steve Briouat. Now, he edged with a little over 50% of the vote in Hénin-Beaumont. That is actually near the Belgian border, not so far from Germany. There, look at the headline, if we can look again, is Marine Le Pen celebrating becoming a third force in French politics. So that whole echo of this far-right issue, very telling in Germany.
And that's really been her aim, hasn't it, to
well,
become
her
the
quote
third political
for
force.
Der Spiegel is, the French have regained their freedom from the French political system. Let me turn to the Belgian press. Le Soir has a photo of the French president, François Hollande, the loser, effectively, in this first round on Sunday. There you can see him looking a bit forlorn. There, Forte poussée du FN. So a surge for the FN. And his quote from Marine Le Pen is, yes, this is the end of the polarization of French politics. This whole municipal vote in France is getting headlines around the world, including in the Middle East. L'Orient Le Jour, the Lebanese paper, has got this on its front page. The National Front is laughing, and, well, the ruling Socialist Party is in tears. Le PS qui pleure. They're crying, Catherine.
OK, so some reporting on the factual side there. There's also lots of analysis of what this all means for France.
Well, look at this headline. It's from The Nation, a US publication. Has Marine Le Pen already won the battle for the soul of France? And this really is a great piece to read if you want to have an in-depth look in what's going on in France at the moment. There, it's basically saying what's happened is that Marine Le Pen has really succeeded in carrying out a makeover here. She's done a revamp. Gone are all the paraphernalia of the Nazi insignias that we used to see surrounding the FN in the past. What you've got is a professionalised young group of politicians doing their work, stamping the beat in terms of right-wing politics. But part of the change in language includes not saying far-right at all, but the real right-wing. So that's a fascinating piece there.
Yeah, and interesting how their strategy as well, focusing on places that they were more certain to win. I think only 600 out of more than 33,000 communes. So interesting strategy from the Front National. Back to the front pages of some of the international papers. Another well-known political figure getting his face in there as well.
Well, you would accept it ought to be Hollande or Marine Le Pen, which it generally is, but look at this on the front page of The Independent there. Nicolas Sarkozy, and in a selfie, of course, that's the sort of feel of the times, isn't it? With a well-wisher there taking a photo with him. Now, big smile on his face, maybe the twist in the tail of French politics that we're seeing now with this defeat for the socialists, which could be confirmed next Sunday, would be a good news for Sarkozy. The Independent there is saying he is still intent on running in 2017, despite all the corruption allegations he faces. Let me just finish on an Italian paper this time. Paolo Berlusconi, the brother of Silvio Berlusconi, owns the paper Il Giornale. Look at this. It's saying what we're going to see now in the European elections in 2 months' time is an avalanche of Euroscepticism. Yes, we've got Marine Le Pen forging ahead at the local level in France, but we've also got Nigel Farage in the UK, and in Austria too there is a far-right movement plugging away at Eurosceptic issues.
Thanks very much, Nick Rushworth there, looking through the international papers for us here on Live from Paris. Time for us to take a short break, coming up to 9:30 Paris time. Plenty more news coming up, and a special focus report. China says it's shut down its forced labour camps. So why is forced labour still being used in so-called re-education centres? Our team in China has been investigating.